Good morning, friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel of astrologer Anil Agarwal. Today we will be talking about the Rashi and Nakshatra Sangata Chakra, which are proving a magic tool in the hands of the astrologer and which are given by our stalwarts. And I really thank our stars that the stalwarts have shared a magic tool which opens the secret of the events which have to happen. And according to these Rashi and Nakshatra Sangata Chakras, the time frame between 24th April to 16th May, basically as far as the chakras are concerned. But Mars aspect on stationary Saturn. In fact, Saturn is stationary for 5 days. So from the 18th to 23rd also Mars aspect on it, and almost degree wise will be crucial on the 18th of May. So apart from the Veda between Mars and Saturn in the Rashi and Nakshatra Sangata Chakra, the date 18th to 23rd, in fact to 23rd, but 18th is most crucial because that day Saturn will be stationary and Mars will be aspecting degree wise on it. So that is why I mentioned the 19 degrees, 6.2 degrees, 18.4 degrees and 19 degrees. And in this time frame, you see, some people listening to my video have mentioned that I'm confusing the dates. I'm not confusing the dates. Let me make it clear that between 24th to 16th May will be a Veda between Mars and Saturn, and from 18th to 23rd, because 5 days Saturn is going to be stationary, will be enigmatic, and especially 18th will be most enigmatic because Mars stationary. Mars will be aspecting stationary Saturn at 19 degrees by 8th aspect. And from 24th to 16th May, the period which is most crucial is from 25th to 28th. When I drew the Rashi and Nakshatra Sangata Chakra, apart from the Veda between Mars and Saturn, there are Veda between other planets also. So it becomes more crucial. And if you compare between the two on the 26th April and 16th May, we find that we are getting some ease on the 16th April, because after 16th April, there will be no Veda between Mars and Saturn. The Veda will remain from 24th April to 16th of May. So this period is deadly. And after 16th May, there is no Veda. But after 2nd of April, there will be opposition of Mars and Saturn. So what it points out, that we may get a slow ease, but till Mars and Saturn opposition is there, the coronavirus may still be there. The changing of nakshatra of Ketu does not mean that it will totally stop. Yes, the top level, it would have reached the top level by 16th May or maybe 18th May. But yes, after that, it may not touch that kind of levels, and slowly we will get an ease from the coronavirus. And let me now also clarify, the second wave of coronavirus took place when Mars joined Rahu in Scorpio and it formed a Angarak Yoga. That was in March 1918. And in July 1919, the second wave continued, because then Mars reached 180 degrees from Scorpio, that is Taurus. So similarly, we are having Mars in Taurus forming a Angarak Yoga on the 22nd of February, and then Mars reaching 180 degrees in Scorpio on the 5th of December, but it will clear the Scorpio sign on the 18th of January. So the second wave will continue first till 19th of August. I mentioned 19th of August, 20th September, 5th December, and finally the second wave will be over on the 18th January 2022. What these dates mean, that slowly and slowly there will be little ease, but the time frame from 14th September to 20th November will be again most enigmatic. It may not be parallel to 24th April to 16th May, but it will definitely be of concern, because Jupiter will be fallen, retrograde, debilitated, and both Jupiter and Saturn will be retrograde, and they will meet in Capricorn for the third time. And Jupiter is a Jiva planet. It controls the masses, it controls the prosperity. It will be in the worst condition: retrogression, debilitation, fallen. Three malefic conditions it will attain. So friends, this is all I just wanted to share, that we are extremely fortunate to have these magic tools shared by our stalwarts. And let me read out some important text. In Padma Purana, there is a story of Lord Dasharatha being warned of astrologers that Saturn entry in Rohini after a star between 10 degrees to 23 degrees causes devastating wars. India was involved in wars both times in 1914 to 1918, 1939 to 1945 when Saturn was in Rohini star, and also in 1971 when India was involved with war with Pakistan. Then also Saturn was in Rohini Nakshatra, and it has been observed from the past, and as per Sri K. Rao, that if any malefic Rahu, Ketu, Mars are also in Rohini Nakshatra, that is also a time of agony and pain. And in the present context, Rahu is in Rohini Nakshatra from the 15th February till 20th November. So this is also a most enigmatic time frame, that all the world's untoward happenings would also take place. And then Ketu in Jyestha Nakshatra, which I have also mentioned, that any planet which is in malefic in Jyestha Nakshatra and afflicted, then it causes pain and agony for the world. The world most tragic events have happened when malefics have been in Jyestha star. And I mentioned about it. As far as the diseases are concerned, it is the most enigmatic sign, Scorpio sign, which has Jyestha star. And Ketu is also the disease Karka. And Jyestha star is most enigmatic, Adhomukh. And I have explained about it. So, in the present, we have talked about it. So, this may be responsible for surge in coronavirus, natural, unnatural calamities, earthquakes, political tug of war, terrorism, explosions, and brawl between the countries may take an ugly shape. And we have already seen, if you look at the media news, maybe it is Russia, Ukraine, maybe it is China, Taiwan, and we pick up anything. And then even in Indo-China relations, they have not eased. They have not eased. On paper, they may have eased, but actually speaking, they have not eased. You wait and see. Let us see what happens. And especially the chart of Jammu and Kashmir is war-prone and torn. The combination of Saturn and Mars in the 7th house of wars, and Mars reaching that point, you can expect anything. And China also has Mars debilitated in the 7th house and exalted in Navamsha. So you can imagine what will be the conditions. So, talking about this, the war and warlike conditions, Rashi and Nakshatra Sanghata Chakar, war and warlike conditions, Mars and Saturn must join. If the aspects of Parashar exist, then they must also be re-examined to the chakras. Now, in the present context, Mars is aspecting Saturn by 8th aspect, 8th strong aspect, and there is also Veda in the Rashi and Nakshatra Sanghata Chakras. So it clearly points out that this time frame from the 24th April to 16th May for the chakras and 18th May, as far as the Saturn stationary is concerned, are most enigmatic time frame. And after this period, there will be no Veda between Mars and Saturn. And Mars and Saturn Veda is not there, then it is good. That clearly shows that the peak of coronavirus will be we will start getting ease, and especially when Ketu also leaves the Jyestha Nakshatra and enters Anuradha Nakshatra, which is a gentle and a Mridu Nakshatra, and the Lord is placed in the own house. And Saturn is not afflicted. So this is the best part. But till Saturn is afflicted, it is horrible. It is very bad. So till Saturn is afflicted, till 2nd of June. But as far as the chakras are concerned, till 16th of May. So we, broadly speaking, till 2nd of June also we can take. I mean, we have to see the time frames accordingly. It is not that I am changing the time frames. It is just trying to see what could be the possibilities. So, we have talked about it, and see the chakras. Now, if you compare the chakras, I've already talked about it. You see in my chart, I've drawn the 4 chakras. Not even a single astrologer has used these tools, and we are fortunate. Let me read out what I've written. I feel we are blessed by these stalwarts sharing the most magical tools which could open the secrets of the future, and we could be prepared for the future. It is just like driving a car at 120 km speed. And if we know that there is going to be a rough patch on the road, then we should keep our foot off the throttle and prepare ourselves for the same rather than being caught unaware. We should be using astrology in a positive pretext and not criticize the astrologers that he is making a negative prediction. It is a message from nature and not from a message from the astrologer. Astrologer is just a messenger of God if he uses the astrology properly. Yes, mind, there is definitely a point here. So, we have talked about it, that and in Padma Puran, there is a story of Lord Dashratha being warned by astrologers. We have already mentioned about it, and these chakras were given to Mr. K.N. Rao by a Mahatma, and these chakras seem to be extremely magical, and because if we use them in the previous time frames when untoward things have happened, and I have given examples, even at the time of 1962 war, there was Veda between Mars and Saturn, and immediately then there was aspect of Mars and Saturn, both were together at the time of war, and they were also in Rahu Ketu axis. So they were opposing each other, and they were both in Rahu Ketu axis, and before that the aspect was there in the chakras, and then the war took place. So then we were talking about the Rohini Nakshatra. At the time of Spanish flu, Ketu was in Rohini Nakshatra. Now at the time of coronavirus, Rahu is in Rohini Nakshatra. So things are parallel. I have not changed the dates, friends. It is only I am trying to pinpoint the dates. 24th to 16th May definitely is most enigmatic, and then if you see, then 14th of September to 20th of November is again a problematic, but there is no Veda then between Mars and Saturn. So that is one thing good. I will see if there is any Veda at that time. When time comes, I will write on that also. So, but friends, this time frame is most enigmatic. Now, since somebody has pointed out, now I will also draw the Rashi and Nakshatra Sangata Chakra between 14th of September to 20th of November, because that also acquires a spatial dimension. Now, yesterday I looked at the charts of Narendra Modi and Arvind Kejriwal, and I had mentioned that these charts are most enigmatic, and especially the chart of Narendra Modi at the time of oath on the 30th May 1904 hours. Mars, the Lagna Lord, is forming a Angarak Yoga in the 8th house in the sign Gemini, and Mars has reached that point. So, friends, it is not good. This also points out that I don't want to say anything, but according to the oath chart of Narendra Modi and also according to the oath chart of Arvind Kejriwal, things are not good. Some astrologers said that Muhurat charts had no value. Friends, each and every event which takes place in your life and which is important, it attains utmost importance, and those planetary positions can play on your life. I have already written an article on this, and I have already made a video. 3 events have happened in my life, and those events have opened what will happen in future. So similarly, my next article will be on the oath charts of Narendra Modi and Arvind Kejriwal, and it is clear the planetary positions. Rahu is at 16 degrees in Gemini, and Mars is at probably 24-25 degrees, opposed by Saturn 25 degrees. No, sorry, both Ketu and Rahu are at 25 degrees, 24-25 degrees, and Saturn probably is at 16 degrees. I have to see. So, no, sorry, Saturn and Ketu are 25 degrees, and Rahu and Mars is probably at 15 degrees. So we have to see when Mars reaches 15 degrees in Gemini and 25 degrees over Rahu, then it's a critical time, and that will fall between 24th of April to 16th of May. So friends, this also shows some impact will come on the head of the country and also on the head of the Delhi government. So friends, astrology is most amazing, and if you see all the parameters, if you put together, you start from anywhere. It is just like a triangle. You start from one vertex, you reach the third vertex. You may start from anywhere, you will reach, the results will be the same. So that is also pointing out that the planetary positions are acquiring most enigmatic time frame and a rough patch for the complete world. But as I have already mentioned, that after every night there is a morning. So let us wait for that morning and prepare ourselves. I have also already mentioned some medicines to be taken for building up our immunity in my last article. Along with, we must take steam inhalation and build up our stamina and immunity so that we can face these situations. Sanitize ourselves, sanitize our hands, sanitize the home, and keep indoors. So that is all, friends. I just wanted to share that the time is not very good. We must be alert. We must take care of everything. And if God willing, everything will be okay. And I wish everybody good luck. And thank you for listening to me, and have a good day.